Hi, everyone. Today we are doing a really cool keynote speaker spotlight with Charlie Ray. He's the founder of Limitless Believing. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So something really cool about Charlie's methodology that he has is he helps audiences overcome fear, heal from trauma, and let go of limiting beliefs that hold you back, which I think is really interesting. So, Charlie, could you tell me a little bit more about you and one of your topics, which is overcoming fear?
Yeah, so my life kind of switched in a hurry. I had a tragic 2010 to 2012, a lot of deaths that happened in my life, and I kind of rebuilt and had to rebuild my own life. And I noticed the one key thing that came up a lot was fear. And it's not the fear that you think about, like, oh, I'm afraid of the dark. Like, these fears are rooted subconsciously so deep that we don't even realize that. So if you think about, why can't I achieve a personal goal or a business goal, or the relationships breaking down, or I don't have good relationships at work or with my parents, whatever it is, there's a underlying fear that's kind of pre-programmed into you. And so if you look at those fears and how they're derailing your life, and the ideas around, hey, I want to be successful at this, but it never seems to come to fruition. I'm never able to get to where I need to go. All of this programming started at a very young age. It started actually in your third trimester of life. And so from there, if you look at your fears and where you are in your life and what's holding you back, a lot of the times we didn't even realize that these fears, that these negative programs and limiting beliefs in our lives are actually empowering you, but we're looking at them incorrectly. So the whole
Okay.
concept around fear is everything, a limiting belief, everything that really digs deep into us, that holds us back from getting to where we want to go, is literally a fear.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your 15-minute shift presentation that you have? I think that's really interesting.
Yeah. So, wow, that was years and years of practicing. Going into a very quick story, my 14-year-old son, like I said, he was one of the deaths that I had. He was misdiagnosed, put on depression, and he ended up committing suicide. So my whole goal was, I wanted to find out a way to fix people's subconscious programming, their beliefs, their fears, the things that scare them to the point where they don't want to live anymore, and reprogram that. So after basically taking this going all in attitude and driving Uber and Lyft, I started basically getting all these people that were telling me things that they'd never told anybody before. So what it is we take an old belief system and we find the earliest memory where that started, right? What is the earliest memory of that fear or that belief system that I have? And so once we take that and figure that out, I bring you through a process. We kind of bring you into a state that's more locks in with your subconscious, which is more relaxed, because once you're relaxed and in a meditative state, your subconscious mind is what we can go into. So when we go into that, we take the old belief that's not serving us, reprogram it with the belief that you want to have. And we do that in as little as 15 minutes. By the time you open your eyes, you are feeling a massive shift in your life. And it's already done because it's done in the subconscious. So we reprogram it there.
I was actually able to meet with Charlie recently and go through his methodology, and it's actually really cool. And I could definitely see how this would be really awesome to do with a larger audience or with a smaller audience. It really applies to every different industry, every size of audience. So really cool.
Let me ask you this question. Since we did that technique, have you noticed any shifts or conscious shifts in your mind that has changed because of that, what we did?
I really liked how you kind of helped me rethink different things in my life to have a more positive spin on it. So I feel like that's really helped me focus on expanding my mindset and seeing things from a different lens. So that's been really great for me.